Hey, what's up guys? So today I want to talk about why paying down your mortgage early is bad. Okay, so there are two main factors involving why paying down your mortgage is bad. So number one is the time value of money. So let's say you have $2,000 for your budget. Okay, so $1,000 is for your mortgage and $1,000 is free money to invest in. So let's say you are paying down your mortgage early, so you're using this entire allotted $2,000 to pay down your mortgage. So the likelihood that your property will appreciate to double is fairly low. To double or triple is fairly low. And that's with given exceptions. There are times where real estate appreciates very much, 2 to 3 times, but again, the likelihood of that happening is not very high. For example, a $200,000 property probably is not going to be $400,000 or $600,000 down the road. However, if you place this $1,000 that you are not spending on your mortgage into investments, and you assume a rate of return of 8%, and you extrapolate that over a 30-year, 29, 28, 27-year period, you know where I'm getting at, because each year you'd be saving this $12,000 towards investing. The amount that invested amount would accrue to is much greater than what you would pay in interest for the property. So that's why it's imperative that you use the time value of money to determine how to allocate your funds. So in this case, where paying down your mortgage is only going to result in, well, number one, a shorter period when you're making the mortgage payments, but in actuality, it's not going to pay off that well because your property won't appreciate in value that greatly versus an investment that's accrued over a 30, 27, 28, etc. period, because the amount of money that you're saving or investing during that time is going to greatly outweigh the property appreciation and the amount of interest you pay over that period. So just using math and assuming an 8% rate of return, using this extra money to allocate into investments is a better idea mathematically. Okay, so that's number one. And the second issue is that after you pay off the mortgage, you're going to have fixed costs on the property. So you're going to have your property tax, you're going to have your HOA, and you're going to have your utilities, and again, any kind of upkeep. So you have these 4 things to worry about, and you have to keep in mind that property tax over time will increase. So by the time you pay off the property, let's say 30 years, 20, 30 years down the road, 15, 20, 30 years down the road, this amount will be increased, your HOA will probably be increased, your utility is probably more expensive, and your upkeep is going to be more expensive. So even if you paid off your property completely, you still have to generate income through a job or a business to upkeep your property. In other words, let's say you invested this money instead, you'll be able to accrue a large amount or a large pool of money where it can cover your fixed expenses for the property after it's paid off, after that mortgage period is up. So after that 15 to 30 year period is up, you're going to be having this large invested pool of money where it's generating automated income for you through dividends. So that's the issue with paying off your mortgage early. Your number one, even if you pay it off early, you're going to have these fixed costs which will rely on income that you bring in actively versus you investing the money in the meantime, where it can grow to a very large value and it can generate you passive automated income through dividends. So that's the issue of paying down the mortgage early. Number one, the time value of money. So any extra money you have should be invested in the market, and it's going to greatly outweigh the amount of interest you pay over the mortgage period, and it's going to greatly outweigh the appreciation of the property over a long period of time. And number two is the fixed cost that you have to pay with the paid off home, where you will actively have to earn income through a job or a business to maintain the property versus having a huge sum of money that was invested over time, which will yield you automated dividend income to maintain the property in the future after it's been paid off. So that's it guys, and hopefully you stay tuned for the next video. Thanks.